All right, so the Vikings have signed Tajae Sharpe from the Tennessee Titans. So it is a 1-year deal worth $1 million, just one. $675,000 of a guaranteed, $175,000 in the signing bonus, $825,000 in salary, and $500,000 of playtime incentives. So that's just to know a little bit about him. At 6'2", 194, Sharpe has brought good size to the position, and he's always kind of ran good routes. And, even going back to his days at UMass, he's actually been a really good route runner and a reliable hands guy, but doesn't necessarily have the threatening deep speed that, that we lost in Stefon Diggs. He only ran a 4.55, but he is able to get to that 4.55 speed fairly quickly. And for what he has done, 2016 was his most productive years in terms of catches and yards, where he caught 41 balls on 83 targets for 522 yards, 12.7 yards per reception, 2 scores and 27 first downs. He played 787 snaps and 74% of the offensive snaps. So was put onto season-ending IR in 2017. It didn't play that year, and then in 2018 he came back and had to deal with Corey Davis was a top 5 pick. Rashard Matthews was also there, and he kind of fell down the pecking order a little bit, resulting in 47 targets, down from his 83, to 26 catches, down from 41 for 316 for 12.2 yards a catch. Again, just 2 scores, but resulted in 22 first downs. He played 591 snaps, playing 60% of the time. And then this past year in 2019, obviously, he went down again because, now you still have Corey Davis, top 5 draft pick. You sign Adam Humphries. He becomes a slot guy. And then the emergence of A.J. Brown. So all of a sudden, he goes from 47 targets down to 35 targets. He caught 25 of those for 329 yards, 13.2 yards a catch. His catch percentage was 71.4. He caught 4 touchdowns, and 20 of his 25 catches went for first downs. So he's caught a grand total of 55.8% of his targets, which isn't that bad. And I think he will fill a pretty sizable hole at just, as a chain-moving wide receiver. And that's mostly if Thielen gets hurt again or has to take a breather or, things like that. Because last season when he did get hurt, you kind of saw like 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6-ish. All of a sudden, Minnesota couldn't get a first down. Just far enough to where, you can't run and you have to throw, but you don't have to throw far. There was nobody who really knew how to get open. And Tajae Sharpe knows how to do that. 80% of his catches last year resulted in a first down. So, and like I said, he mostly fell out of favor due to, Corey Davis, A.J. Brown, and Adam Humphries. So, in a situational role, he became just kind of like that super reliable 3rd down receiver. Kind of think back to what Jarius Wright was for us. And this might be just the Jarius Wright thing all over again, which is, probably should have just kept him. But as of right now, Tajae Sharpe is actually going to be competing for the 2nd receiver spot if the season were to start right now. And currently, just to go over the Vikings receiving guys, they're receivers. They have Thielen, Tajae Sharpe, Olabisi Johnson, Chad Beebe, Dylan Mitchell, Alexander Hollins, Braylon Addison, and Davian Davis on their depth chart. So if you take Thielen out of it, the average age of these receivers is 24. They are going young in many places. Receiver is one of them. Thielen's going to be 30. The rest of them average to 24 years old. So they're going younger and cheaper, and hopefully development is going to happen. That's kind of the hope. And Sharpe, I wouldn't think, would take a receiver out of, consideration at 22 or 25 if there's a guy there that they like, whether that's, a T. Higgins, or maybe they like someone else like a Brandon Ayuk, or, whatever it may be. There's a lot of receivers to like in this class, so there might be some where it's like, oh, I thought he'd be more of a second rounder. Well, who knows? Like, a lot of this class with receivers is almost preference. So if they like a guy enough, I don't think Sharpe prevents them. And then you would look at a top 4 of Thielen, Sharpe, Olabisi, and probably very talented rookie if they decide to go that route. And I don't think that's bad, especially for a heavy 12 personnel team where I would expect Irv Smith to get a uptake in those reception categories. So I would like to know your guys' opinions and thoughts down below. I think this is very solid, especially for the price. And yeah, like and subscribing, helpful. And until next time, I bid y'all adieu.